We had 11 chickens, and that chicken coop was getting too small for them. As far as it was summer, they could sleep outside, some of them, or inside one of those barrels that I put there. Several of these kind of barrels, I put 4 barrels. But because it's getting cold and it's near the winter, is now, yeah, we have passed the mid-autumn, or near the middle of the autumn. And so I brought the other chicken coop that we had in the old chicken coop. I brought it here, dismantled it, cleaned it, then reassembled it inside the orchard, so the chickens can go live there. And one of the chickens, Sylvie, which was grown up here actually as a chick from an egg, we had it here. She immediately was coming here to take a look, and she was curious. I think she remembers. They say chicken memory, but chickens I think have good memory in that sense. So this is the way it looks now, and I hope that the chickens will be liking this. They can sleep here also. And because here will be damp, I have to raise it a little bit so the wood will not rot. Later I will paint this with a resistant paint so it will not rot the wood. And yeah, a little but some bits and pieces I have to do here, but that's all. And this is now in the middle of the orchard. As you see, the currants, the peach, and the Iranian medlars with their beautiful autumn foliage. And the lovely autumn colors of the blueberries. And white currants. And the grapes. Autumn is in the air. And our chicken coops are ready for the cold season. Sylvie, our bantam chicken, was born here with a mom, which is Lottie. So you see, Sylvie is going back to childhood. She remembers. Now I've transferred this. She's now happy. She's going there to sleep there. Sylvie is recognizing his birthplace. And this is her mom with a new chick that was born this year. She has brought the new baby. Sylvie is the Lottie is the mother. She's this one at the center. The black speckled one is the new chick. They're curious, they're exploring it. And Sylvie is now doing his little exploration. Chickens are very curious animals and quite intelligent. Look at them, how they encourage us to take care of them. By their cute look, laying eggs and all these things. Of course we have done it, but at the same time we are helping them to reproduce and spread their genome. Sylvie is now exploring the chicken run of her birthplace. Rick Van Man, before abandoning his allotment, did something like this that we have in our allotment site. Practically these hinged raised beds with manure and compost inside them, partly covered, and some of them double raised beds, so they will provide deeper rooting area for things like carrots. And of course we know that this works, so we are seeing it. Unfortunately, Rick Van Man gave up on his allotment, but here we have several good examples of it. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Here we have a 19 raised bed, 22, 25, 28, 31, 34. 34 raised bed, Rick Van Man style. And of course 2 more raised beds are in that corner, which is 35, 37. So good example of the Rickmansworth advertisement campaign. When Rickmansworth does something, because he looks genuine more than for example, Sean James Cameron's allotment advertisement channel, people will follow that. Don't know what is in that. Sean James Cameron makes good videos because this is his job. But he is not convincing. He looks like a extorter or somebody who milks companies. But Rick Clark or Richard Clark or Rick Van Man looks convincing enough. So probably I should title this video Rick Van Man vs Sean James Cameron, the advertisement challenge. It has worked in this case. I've not seen anybody do what Sean James Cameron has done. The delights of having a blueberry is the autumn colors of them. As the weather gets colder, the chlorophyll in the leaves dies gradually, and what is left is the starch and a little bit of the cellulose, and that's the color they get. The enzymes also cause this change of color. Of course, some of the blueberries will not turn that quick to autumn colors. This one has not done it. The cold hardy variety is called Vaccinium blueberry. Some of the blueberries already have lost all their leaves, and almost all of their leaves, and you see the new fruit bud appearing in them. Okay, this is the apple variety red Falstaff, and I bought the tree I think from the Rowan's nursery, and today I'm going to harvest it. It's the 9th of the November. Let us see how it looks. It looks kind of reddish with a little bit pink flush here, some yellow green coloring at the bottom where there was no sunlight shining on it, so that was this direction where the blackberry is, so there was not sunshine much, and the sun actually shines from this direction, from this way. So this was the part that didn't receive sunshine, and now I'm going to harvest it. It's a second year after planting it, and last year it gave some crop. It is now another fruit. Most of the other fruit I think it fell, and the chickens may have finished them. So this is the fruit, apple. It's a very tasty apple, smallish but tasty, and I'm looking forward for the next year. I'll have to manure it this year and put some manure under it, so just help it to have some food for the next year. It's a roundish, one-lobed apple, near flat base, deep to medium eye, and some beautiful coloring, as you see. And as the name suggests, red Falstaff apple. In the middle of the October, I started to plant some bulbs, and as you see, the crocus are coming up. I tried to grow them in the pots actually this year because I wanted to take them to home. But as you see, I have a lot more to plant, and a lot more to plant. So I have to catch up with all this later. There are more bulbs there, and there are many more bulbs I planted everywhere else. And these are the ones I can take home because they are practically portable. And as you see, the crocus is flowering. This is one of the many pots of crocus planted this year. And today is the 9th of the November. It's a very cold day. We had some heavy rains, of course. It means there was no frost today, but yesterday and the day before there was frost. And the Saint crocus loves it. You'll be surprised. Saffron is one of these bulbous plants of the family of crocus. Saffron, the expensive herb, expensive spice. I'm looking forward to this crocus. Sunday 15 of the November 2016. It's a lovely sunny day, and in the allotment we have 2 new chickens. Susan, can you show me one by one, put them in? Okay, is one blue belly, which is that one. Hold it carefully, don't let them escape. Please, open the hoop, release it. That's it. First one gone. Second one is a. What was the name of this? What was the name of this one?
It's a black rock cross. That's a black rock cross.
I don't want to close it because I have yet to put the food for them. We keep them here just to accustom or acclimatize them to the new allotment.
So the hens,
So the hens see them, they see them, but they cannot hurt each other. They
Yeah,
gradually they
look.
accept each other.
They're already nosing.
They're meeting their neighbors. So after 2-3 days I will release them to the bigger run, which is our orchard. Sylvie is very curious about them. These chickens have never seen bread or rice. Probably they only were fed with a chicken pellet. So they don't know any of these treats. I will bring some bird seed for them. I'm hoping that the new hens will learn from our chicks and chickens by looking at them how they eat this bird seeds. I put a little bit bird seed here, and I see that they already have started to copy them. These are, remember, these are the chicks, 22 weeks old, which I've never seen before anything other than cage. Of course, they are not cage birds. But now they're starting to eat. They looked at the others and learned. So they are seeing each other, they're learning from each other by eating the same food, and they get used to each other. These are the Persian cress that I planted, sow in the late August 2016, and now today is the 17th of the November, and as you see, the leaves are lovely and grown up. Some of them are going to seed because we had a warm autumn so far, relatively. So I'm going to cut those tops and eat them. They're very fresh, they're very juicy, lovely. And I found that actually the Persian cress, compared to the salad greens like rocket, they're actually cleaner when you take them for washing and disinfecting. They're much cleaner, and even after that you'll notice that the radishes and the little leaves of radishes and rocket can have some mold on them from the time that they are in the ground. But the Persian cress doesn't have anything. Even the molds don't like to grow on it. It's such a good natural heirloom seed. I'm going to harvest a few bits. Okay, I'll harvest a few of this. These tips are really juicy and lovely. It's November, so they should not really go into seed. So I'm cutting the tops because we had a really warm autumn, and that means that they will have a chance to grow from the other parts of the plant. for a longer period of time. It's strange, we have very warm autumns. Very tender tops of the Persian cress, ready for eating. I'll take a few more tops. A really juicy plant. Juicy, slightly spicy or hot, you can say. Yeah, that's the correct word actually. And look at the leaves. Quality leaves. I take a few of these rocket leaves. We're really having a so far a warm autumn. It is so warm that I planted some parsnips, and these parsnips came to good growth. It's the 25th of the November, and the strawberries, this variety, is yet in the fruit. Can I see it, please? Just leave them down, please. I just want to have them hanging naturally. And yet there are more coming. Look at the flowers here. And yet some flowers there. This is a strange year. Strawberry in 25th of the November. Strawberry in the 25th of the November. What's going on with the climate? I was going to cover the Persian cress, that I noticed the radishes are planted in the October also are doing well. So I just harvest a few of these radishes. What about these ones? No, they are not doing well yet, but these other ones are alright. So, some radishes harvested for eating. I love beautiful colors of the autumn. This is a rose, and this is our first asparagus bed. For the first year, I think that this is now has grown really tall. That is about 1.5 meters. So next year, I think that I can get a really good crop from this bed. I have another bed which I planted this year, and this one is now 3 years old. So hopefully, we will have a good crop. What I will do is now, I will first cut the ferns of the asparagus down to the ground level. That I will remove all the weeds, and then after that I will cover it with a layer of the manure or compost. Then I cover it for the spring, and hopefully in May and June we will have some good crop of the asparagus. Taste of asparagus, let me describe it. It's something between broad bean and cabbage. Something is more like broad bean actually, more like a broad bean. Beautiful flower. This is a plant. I think what's the name of it? Anyway, there's a name for it. Okay, now I have cleared the asparagus bed from the weeds, and I've placed the black cardboard on top of it, and then to hold it down so the chickens and wind cannot lift it, I have placed a pallet that I had here, and hopefully that will be holding it down until the next spring. Beautiful rose. What's the name of this rose? Faithful Friend, Mother Shrub Roses. Okay. I think I bought this from the Lidl or Aldi. Yeah, probably Aldi, yes. And it gives a very open, loose rose. Pinkish, not much aromatic, but it's beautiful. Anyway, autumn colors are also beautiful. This is the second asparagus bed that I have. I planted this in 2016 from plants that I bought, I think from the anyway, one of the nurseries. And they were not as strong as the ones I bought from the Aldi, but anyway, they grew, and now I've covered it. I've weeded it. I've added 1 bag of manure, and then I covered it, and hopefully give me some good crop next year. There are a few bald patches on it that the plants, the crown of the asparagus that I planted in the spring, in winter last year, actually this year, they didn't grow well. So I may just get a few ones from the Aldi when they bring it, of course, and plant it there. Something strange is going on. It's the 24th of the November, and these broad beans that I planted, I bought it as a plant, very cheap, and it was on a bargain, so I bought it. But now they're in flower. 24th of the November 2016 in the polytunnel, and they are in flower. What a beautiful flower. The varieties, what I forgot the name. Aqua Dolce, whatever, is a winter hardy variety. Allotment is now in the winter mood, so this topaz apple is the last apple that has some leaves yet, and other trees have lost their leaves. And the potato patch is covered. The trees which I planted this year also are now have shed all their leaves except a few ones, including the apple Rachka and the quince. They have some leaves yet. The salad greens, Persian cress and racket and mizuna and mibuna and mustard, oriental leaves, and the cabbages are yet carrying on. Cabbages and the broccolis and the sprouting broccoli all doing right. The garlics are planted there where it is center, empty ones, and they have not yet germinated, so we will see how they will do. This is the other patch of the Persian cress, and including some radishes which are in the center. Persian cress, as you see, the second batch of it is also doing well. The third batch of the Persian cress is there at the center, you see it, and they're doing well also. I'll put this part of the allotment on the rest. The red currant has shed its leaves underneath, and the black currant is the same. Some leaves of these rows has remained, and the asparagus bed is in the rest. The pond is almost freezing point, and the rest of the trees are here. Of course, the figs will not do anything, so I have to cut these fruits. Now going for the polytunnel. Polytunnel is the greens are growing. Mustards, the all kind of greens that we have here, some parsley, some freely mustard, and bok choy there, and again the mustard. These are the spinach, not bad. I have to weed here. I have not weeded these parts. And these are all the winter salads in the polytunnel. They are smaller than the other ones because they were seedlings when I brought them. So they may take a little time to grow. I planted some cabbages. The broad beans are in flower. Strange. Again, some sprouting broccoli. Broad beans are in flower. Surprise, surprise, this geranium is yet in flower. Of course, it's molding. I think I have to open the, because before the storm, when the hurricane was here, I blocked the beautiful crocus, but I made a mistake. I think I should have planted really deep. But anyway, they're all right. They look in flower. Wow, beautiful flower. I'll take a few pictures. Oh, it's a good change for this time of the year. 25th of the November, or 24th of the November. There is nothing else, no flower. These are the only flowers. It's the November 22nd today, and it's a very wintry time. Of course, in the autumn at this time we will have hurricane. In our allotment we also had hurricane. Fortunately, nothing has been affected by it as much. And it's amazing, I can go and harvest some salad leaves for eating. These are some rocket and some Persian cress. Persian cress you see here. And under all of these are some eggs. So allotment is yet productive at this time of the year. We can go and harvest some lovely crop. Again, Persian cress at the center. Lovely quality leaves. I just harvested in the dark. I could not see anymore. So that's it. The life is in such a way that I go to work in the dark and come back in the dark. And the effort that I made in the summer and late summer, now I can live with it. This is the harvest of vegetables and some herbs and some flowers. I will make a video now about how to actually wash the salad greens. Okay, the first thing I will do, I plug the sink and I start to fill it with water. And I add the salad greens that I have one by one to this. I will not add at this stage the radishes. Radishes should be cut, the tail and the head of them should be cut, and the bad leaves should be separated. I will show you what I mean by that. Okay, I have removed temporarily the plug. I use this this brush. How to wash the salad greens? Okay, the salad greens can be washed by putting them in a sink. You can mix them with the radishes, but you have to remove the soil. The top part, the bottom part of the radish will be cut. the leaves of it, the wood ones can be eaten, the bad ones should be put in the compost. For washing them, you just plug the sink like that, let the water fill it. I do it the way that my mother was teaching us, just adding a few drops of the washing up liquid. So that actually makes anything that is soil or anything attached to the leaves to become loose and slippery. Then I will add some salt. This is just some salt, the cheapest salt that you can afford, and just a splash a little bit here and there. Salt is a disinfectant, so practically it will kill any germs or anything that are present. It's ionizing agent, so the ions of it will kill the anything that is alive there, except the leaves. Then I leave it for 20 minutes to half an hour, and after that I can pick them. At the moment I just leave it. Okay, now the half an hour has passed. I remove the plug and I start to wash the leaves under the running water. That way, actually, whatever was attached and is now slippery because of the washing up liquid will be washed down and drained. I will continue to do this to the last bit, and that's where we are keeping. Okay, that's the end result. This is the salad leaves ready to be eaten. It's a combination of Persian cress and other things. Oh, I like it. Every day I go to the allotment, pick a few greens, salad greens, and take it home and eat. This is a salad bag, bigger than a salad bag, and Persian cress. I have rocket here. I have mibona, these kind of oriental greens. I have radishes. All the things, radish, you cannot get it actually in the salad bags. But it's really delightful. Look at this rocket, beautiful rocket. And Persian cress, best of all. And just while going to the allotment, I can have all these beautiful food greens. That's amazing. I like that. That's a life. Allotment life is beautiful. Persian cress. Today is the 24th of the November 2016. It's Thursday, and I cannot say how much I enjoy, how much I love it when I just can go in the dark coming from the work, grabbing a few handful of the salad greens from the vegetable patch, not polytunnel. Polytunnel ones are small yet. And just take it home and just wash it and eat. That's such a joy. That's such a beautiful thing. And okay, this is the Persian cress, as you see. Very good leaves and very quality leaves. I want to show you an example of the other kind of greens that I grow, like this oriental leaf, Mizuna. Mizuna being attacked. This is a good example of it, but most of them are really badly attacked by the all kind of creatures. They are in the same bed, the same conditions, nothing changed for them, but yet they are not as good as this Persian cress. And I'm going now to taste one, just to describe how it tastes. Okay, this is a typical leaf of a Persian cress. And I'll now taste it. The first thing you notice is that it's juicy. It's not dry. Then a nice, deep, spicy, hot taste come to your mouth. It's deep. And then it fades and the taste of the green, you can feel it. When I compare it with something like Mizuna, which I taste now, Mizuna has a strange taste. Kind of, I cannot describe it. It's not cabbage. It's not anything. It's kind of bad smell, taste kind of thing coming out of it. It's not just these specimens. Every year I grow it, and every year it says it tastes the same. Or you buy it from the shop, they say it tastes the same. It's practically a brassica, so really you cannot expect anything other than that. But this Persian cress is really juicy, have a suddenly hot, peppery taste. And what makes it better is this juiciness of it. You can have nasturtium which is hot, but doesn't have the juice, it's dry. Okay, today is the 1st of the November, and I'm harvesting the last apples from the Rachka apple that we have. So I noticed that the birds are gradually pecking on them because they're red. They're a beautiful red. So I'm harvesting them now. I learned harvesting, cutting from the tree like that, from Julia, the wife of the Stephen Hayes, Dr. Stephen Hayes. Of course, I removed the fruit bud now here, but anyway, that's the way you remove it like that. Push it away from you. Hello. Thank you very much. How are you? So the tree can now go for a rest. This was his first year, and I hope next year, God willing, it will give us some fruit also. The birds were pecking on this. Okay, these are the last of the apple variety named Rachka or Raika. I bought the tree from the keeper's nursery and I planted in the February of 2016. And the first year it gave about 25 fruits. And I just saw today that the birds are pecking on it. And one of them was actually more damaged, so I just cut that bit, and that's just to show you the flesh color. It's kind of greenish yellow now. The 1st of November 2016 now it is. And 6 of the fruits were there yet, beside this one which was damaged. I harvested them. And if I want to arrange them in order of size, they go like this. Of course they had more than that, 25 fruits I harvested from them. Description of it is that is a kind of roundish apple. One lobe is a little bit bigger than the other, one side, in the specimens that I have, in almost all of them. It has a very beautiful metallic color, red, and with some green and yellow flush. A little bit russeted in this one. And if I want to taste it, which I will do, crunchy, easy crunchy, not soft, not easy to crunch, fresh, sweet, slightly acid, very tasty I must say, very refreshing. I can tell one of the best apples I've ever had. So, how to comment? This is one of my best apples, probably. This is a tasting video of the apple variety Red Forest stuff. I harvested it a few days ago, so you can, for description of it, you can see that video. I'm just going to cut it now, right away, eat it. It's early morning, I want to have my apple. Okay, the apple is now cut, and as you see, it is kind of white, yellow, kind of green, slightly greenish color. As you see, it's relatively medium to small in size. The skin of it is red. Of course, you have seen this before. So I'm just going directly now to taste it. Crunchy, mostly sweet, very slightly acidic. It's a pleasant apple, completely edible. Crunchy, not hard at all. Red Forest stuff, to my experience, is a good apple. Not as good as the Raika or Rachka, but on its own is a good apple. Crunchy. Yummy. And kind of dryish, not much juice in it. This sample is not very juicy. Was it last year juicy? I have to refer to my videos, you can look at that. Quite interesting. Okay, Grandiola, passion fruit anyway. It's very sweet. Kind of sweet, gummy, a little bit aftertaste of gum. Oh, the seeds are actually very brittle. You can just easily crunch your teeth on them. And it's lovely and sweet. Such an elegant taste. Oh, I like this fruit. I may go and buy a few more. Make a smoothie with ice cream. Although it is winter, I mean near the winter, it's the end of the autumn, 24th of the or 25th of the November. Oh, such a lovely, nicely smelling and tasting, sweet tasting and elegant tasting fruit. Oh, I like that. Sweet, very, very slightly, if you think about it, very slightly, a little bit like a perfume taste. No acid. I think this is a perfect time to eat it. That's the way it looks inside of it. Oh, it is really lovely. Oh, tonight I have a treat. My wife made me a salad fruit, including oranges with center, apple, passion fruit in the middle, the seed ones, grapes, pomegranate, and some pear, which I don't recognize. This is beautiful. This is lovely. This salad, fruit salad. Try it. Try it for yourself. Passion fruit makes it really good. Gives a different aroma and fragrance. What a nice thing for a Saturday night. Thank you, Suzanne. Okay, these are the tapes of the pumpkins or winter squash and summer squashes that have grown this year. I'm not just after eating them. I want because we have to live with them for a long period of time, several months, sometimes a year. This one is from last year, is a Turk turban, and is now November 4th, and yet it is here. We can use it. It's absolutely healthy and edible. So I'm going for kind of pumpkins and summer squashes that have a beauty beside being edible. This is a summer squash, scallop varieties. As you can see, they look different. They're kind of decorative when we have it in the windowsill for curing and storage. They look beautiful. Also, these ones. This is a winter squash, of course. This is summer squash. And all this kind of butternut squashes, we have used several of them already. I grow them because they are edible. At the same time, they're beautiful. Look at this little one. Beautiful. Look at this crown prince. Beautiful. And this is the harvest of our pumpkins and summer squashes for this year. This one can be used like courgette. Tastes like that also. But has a very hardy skin that can last long. This year for me is the year of bulbs. Usually I do this in the allotment, but I thought this year I will do for home, or even if I grow in allotment, I'll bring it here just to enjoy some flowers in the winter. So I bought this bulb, Amaryllis Hippiesterum, from the Lidl, and so it's a very quite large bulb, but it came with everything that it needs, including a pot, the bulb itself, 2 bags of the compost, and a little saucer that you can put it so it collects the water inside here. And Amaryllis, as you know, it gives a very large flower, or several large flowers at the end of a large stem, and it goes upright. And I'm looking forward to that. So I have 2 varieties of the Amaryllis. This one, which has a lined, or like a barcode, it has lined white and red colors, and this one which is pure red. And it came with 4 bags. Each one had 1 bag of the compost, 2 bags of compost, and one of them actually never used because there was not much space in it, so it's extra. I suppose they give it as a spare, so I can use it on other things probably. And that's the way the bulbs look. And this one. And now I'll go to water.
Right then.
And I'm watering the Amaryllis. Just a bit around. Just to help the compost a little bit settle also. And looking forward that they start to grow. They already have done some of the growth, and they grow better and larger. Every day it's kitchen.
The ones that are down there, it's called a ash. It's already burnt. And there's the logs. And the fire. And the fire has finished. The logs become ash.
Sometimes it's just little pieces that go up in the air.
See those ones that go up in the air?
Yeah.
They're called sparks.
Oh, Ben, this is nice and warm.
You tasting one, Ben? Ben, you tasting one?
These people.
Yeah, it's warm. It's your...
How does this stay on?
You put more logs on. When the logs turn into ash, then you have to put more logs on, don't you? See these logs? You can put them from here.
There's lots more of it.
Spare. One break.
That's toasted warm, isn't it?
Over a long place. Daddy, when did they do the cooking?
When they do cooking, they might have already done it then. I
Yes.
think we might have missed it.
Why do they leave it on?
Make it nice and warm.
Can you take a picture of it?
So all the people will walk around.
Yeah.
They come in here and they say, oh, this is tasty warm.
And now they
Where do we go?
Shall we go and find your sandwich?
Yeah, that one was